Senor Zorro Pays a Visit. The native hurried forward to fasten the door against the force of the wind, and then retreated to his corner again. The newcomer had his back toward those in the long room. They could see that his sombrero was pulled far down on his head, as if to prevent the wind from whisking it away, and that his body was enveloped in a long cloak that was wringing wet. With his back still toward them, he opened the cloak and shook the raindrops from it, and then folded it across his breast again as the fat landlord hurried forward, rubbing his hands together in expectation, for he deemed that here was some caballero off the highway who would pay good coin for food and bed and care for his horse. When the landlord was within a few feet of him and the door, the stranger whirled around. The landlord gave a little cry of fear and retreated with speed. The corporal gurgled deep down in his throat. The soldiers gasped. Sergeant Pedro Gonzalez allowed his lower jaw to drop and let his eyes bulge. For the man who stood straight before them had a black mask over his face that effectually concealed his features, and through the two slits in it his eyes glittered ominously. "Ha! What have we here?" Gonzalez gasped finally, some presence of mind returning to him. The man before them bowed. "Senor Zorro, at your service," he said. "By the saints, Senor Zorro, eh?" Gonzalez cried. "Do you doubt it, senor?" "If you are indeed Senor Zorro, then have you lost your wits," the sergeant declared. "What is the meaning of that speech?" "You are here, are you not? You have entered the inn, have you not? By all the saints, you have walked into a trap, my pretty highwayman." "Will the senor please explain?" Senor Zorro asked. His voice was deep and held a peculiar ring. "Are you blind? Are you without sense?" Gonzalez demanded. "Am I not here?" "And what has that to do with it?" "Am I not a soldier?" "At least you wear a soldier's garb, senor." "By the saints, then cannot you see the good corporal and 3 of our comrades? Have you come to surrender your wicked sword, senor? Are you finished playing a rogue?" Senor Zorro laughed, not unpleasantly, but he did not take his eyes from Gonzalez. "Most certainly I have not come